Okay, this morning we have the 21st of October, and we're at the Community Media Center in Westminster, Maryland. I am Larry Burbank. We'll be interviewing Butch Smith. His real name is Charles, but good friends, we call him Butch. What war were you in, Butch, and what branch of service?
Vietnam, Army.
Army.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And it says here, what was your rank?
SP4.
SP4. That's a specialist rank. Okay. Good. Okay, Butch, I'm just going to ask you some questions here. Where were you born and raised?
Baltimore, Maryland.
Baltimore.
1945.
45. So you stayed in town for most of your younger days.
Sir?
You were in town most of the younger days?
Yeah.
Okay. And did you spend most of your time in town? Did you go out of town later in life?
No, mostly in town.
Mostly in town. Okay.
I was a country boy.
Country boy. Hey, that's not bad at all, is
No.
it? No. Okay. What is your current occupation?
I'm retired.
Retired.
But I work for the Division of Corrections,
Oh, for the state of Maryland.
state of Maryland.
How long did you do that?
30 years.
30 years. I bet that was quite an assignment, wasn't it?
Sir, I'm sorry.
Was it a good assignment?
Yeah, it was off and on, there was times you had to worry about stuff and,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Did your military service help you in that endeavor?
No.
No. You didn't. Okay. Okay. Were you drafted or did you enlist?
I enlisted.
You enlisted. Why did you enlist?
Well, there's going to be draft was going on, and I was in good health then.
Okay.
And I figured I'd better go in, maybe get what I wanted to get and get where I wanted to be.
So you figured if enlisted, you'd get a better job.
Better job, yes, sir.
Okay, sounds good. How did you feel about the war at the time?
Well, I was young. I didn't think much of it. I just figured I'd serve my country,
Good.
do the best part I could do.
Okay. Outstanding. Why did you pick the service branches you did? You were in Army Aviation? How did you get in that branch of service?
Well, the first one in the Army, I was stationed in Colchester, Nike base. And I just went to transfer to the aviation outfit in Georgia, which was the Mule Skinners. And then we went to Vietnam.
What year was that you went to Georgia?
Sir, I'm sorry.
What year did you go to Georgia?
66.
That's when the unit was formed, correct?
Mm-hmm. We were formed in Fort Benning.
Oh, Fort Benning. Do you recall the first days of your aviation service? Was it exciting?
It was different.
It was different?
Yeah,
It's much different than the Nike.
Nike base was good duty, but it was Eastern Shore. I was home every weekend.
Okay.
But I wanted to see the world, or see more of the world. So I volunteered for the Mule Skinners.
Good. Now, what did it feel like to actually be in an aviation unit? Did it feel good?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I enjoyed flying.
You enjoyed flying? Okay. Tell me about your boot camp. Did you have any interesting experiences in boot camp?
I can't say much about it. Like everybody else, you probably hated it.
Okay. How were your drill instructors? They were pretty tough,
They were pretty tough.
but they had a reason for that.
They wanted to make you or break you.
Make you or break you, absolutely. Okay, good. Were you married when you went into the service?
No, I was single. Just got out of high school.
Just got out of high school?
Graduated in 64, went to service 65.
65. Okay. So you were in the Vietnam War. Where exactly did you go in country?
We landed in like Benoit.
Benoit.
Then we went to Cu Chi. That's where the main base camp was.
Okay. How long were you at Benoit?
A couple weeks.
Okay, in processing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, understand. Okay, do you remember the day, the evening that you opened the door from that airplane, and what did you feel like when you first opened that airplane door?
We first got to Vietnam, opened that door up. First thing I seen was a Rat Patrol Jeep. You know, with the big gun on it.
Right.
And the heat like to knock you over.
Right. And
it was hot.
It was hot. It was hot. Okay.
And like everybody else, she said, "What did I get myself into?"
There you go. Uh-huh. And you had second thoughts.
Mm-hmm. But it was too late.
Too late. Okay. What was your job assignment or the title of your job when you hit country?
I was a motor pool sergeant.
Motor pool sergeant?
In an aviation outfit.
Okay. Aviation outfit, motor pool. Probably was not the top of the line job.
No. It was boring.
Boring.
Yeah, because you sat there all day, just watched the helicopters go up.
Okay.
And time went real slow, so
Okay.
I volunteered to be a door gunner.
So you volunteered to be a door gunner on a Chinook.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How many people from that motor pool went with you? Were you the lone one going to the door gunner?
21.
21. Okay. Were there any casualties in your unit while you were there?
Right after I left it was, but not when I was there.
None when you were there. Okay.
One was close, it was me.
Okay. If you would, Butch, tell me about some of your most memorable experiences that really is in your mind that you will never forget.
Like when I got shot,
Tell us about that.
We landed in a place called Duckwa.
Duckwa.
Mm-hmm.
How far from Cu Chi was that?
30 miles or so.
Okay.
I don't remember. But we landed to get they were getting overrun, so we landed to get our guys in. And I went back to help my flight engineer. When I stood up, I walked back up to my door, and I got hit in the chest.
Oh, you were on the ground at the time?
Mm-hmm. Well, we were on the ground, then we took off. We were about 400 feet up when I got hit.
And where did you get hit?
When did I get hit?
I said, where?
Right in the chest.
How could you survive a chest?
I had my chicken plate on.
Chicken plate? Tell me what a chicken plate is.
It's just a vest with slate. It's a big piece of slate with canvas around it.
And that was under your vest?
That was, mm-hmm. It was about that far from getting me.
So, did you get to keep that chicken plate?
No, I didn't. I wanted to keep it, but they wanted to send it back to Aberdeen.
Aberdeen?
Mm-hmm. Make improvements on it.
Oh, so it did the job.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great. So that's one of the most memorable.
Mm-hmm.
How about the first flight in the aircraft from when you transferred to the door gunner position? Was that exciting?
Sure was. You could see it. I was surprised what you could see.
Beautiful country.
Mm-hmm.
I know as an aviator, I was most impressed with our support crew like you. No matter what time of day our missions were assigned, you met us at the aircraft and said, everything is fine, sir. So I want to appreciate all you did for us over there as crew members. It's amazing how you took care of that aircraft in such a hostile environment.
Well, we all worked together.
It was. Great team. Great. Okay, were you awarded any medals or citations while you were there, Butch?
It's just my Vietnam Service Medal and Campaign Medal.
Okay.
That was it.
Oh, okay. I think probably as a recipient of that AK-47 round, you should have been awarded some type of medal for survival.
Well, it didn't go in.
Didn't go in.
Didn't draw blood, so I didn't get anything.
Did you have a bruise?
I had a bruise, but that didn't count.
It didn't count. Okay. Okay. I have a question I think we've already talked about. What did you do as a career? You said you were work for the state of Maryland. Okay. Are you in any veterans organizations at this time?
VFW.
VFW. Okay. Do you have any position in that post?
No,
No.
just a member.
A member. Okay. Do you attend that organization's functions at all?
Not lately.
How about the Welcome Home Vietnam Veterans?
The luncheon, the dinner they have, yes.
Okay,
A bunch of good guys go to that.
that's a great experience. Okay. Is there anything you'd like to add to this interview that we haven't covered? Just kind of tell me about your experiences that I haven't asked you about, just the general experiences.
No, well, I enjoy what I did and proud what I did and glad I made it home.
And would you do it again?
Yes,
Good.
if I was younger.
Okay, absolutely. Okay, I have one last question. I wrote this in myself. Any experience you want to share with the future generations? Do you have any advice for future generations going into the military?
Don't volunteer for anything.
Don't volunteer for anything. Okay.
No. I mean, do the best you can do. Serve your country.
All right. And be proud of it.
Be proud of it.
Okay. You live right here in Westminster?
Yes, sir. Right up the river about a mile.
Oh, okay. And you and your wife have any children at all?
Got 2 stepkids.
Okay.
Wife had 2 boys,
Okay.
Scott and Todd.
Scott and Todd, do they live close by?
One lives in Westminster, one lives in Manchester.
Oh, Manchester.
Mhm.
Good. Okay. We have a few minutes remaining. Anything else you want to talk about at all? First of all, I'd like to thank you for coming out today, sharing your experiences with us, because it's so important, because our Vietnam veterans are few and far between. And I think we need more veterans like yourself to come in and interview.
I want to thank you very much for making me do this. I don't like talking, you know.
No, I know.
So,
Well, I didn't make you do it.
no, you asked me to do it.
I asked you to do it, and I wanted to get you because as a door gunner in my unit, you mean a lot to me. You really
Because
do.
that was neat. We were in the same unit, but different times.
Different times. But we have a certain bond.
Mm-hmm.
There's no question about it. Okay, Butch, I see you have a model of our Chinook helicopter in front of you.
Yes, sir.
That's a large helicopter. I know we can put 35 to 50 people in there. It's the fastest, highest flying helicopter in our inventory today. And I appreciate you bringing that model by. Would you want to talk about anything that's on that plate?
Well, this is our Mule Skinner emblem
Okay,
or badge,
okay,
and this is a set of wings. And down here's my crew: Ron Weatherall,
okay.
Roger Ramjet Montgomery,
Montgomery,
and myself,
right.
door gunner, and Cu-Chi, Vietnam 67, 68.
Good. Now, the name of your helicopter was what?
Road Runner.
Road Runner.
Running Scared Road Runner.
Running Scared Road Runner.
We had a picture of a Road Runner on the side of it.
Right. Now, how does that rotor system turn? One way, one the other. Okay, that keeps it from rolling over.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that is a big machine to maintain, and our availability was, when I was there, was excellent.
The guys were good at working on.
And they'd stay up all night.
Mm-hmm.
They would.
Yep.
So, thank you for bringing that in, because so many people in this area and over the whole county has no idea what a Chinook looks like.
Well, they got a sound of their own.
Have a sound of their own. They sure do.
That's where you were, right there.
Right. In the front. Right.
And that's where I was.
And you was on the side. Right. Right. And it's a team.
Mm-hmm.
It was. And we went out as a team and came back as a team.
One of my jobs was tell you aircraft left or high or 9 o'clock, 3 o'clock.
Right. And our rules of engagement were strange, were they not?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we couldn't fire until fired upon.
Right.
Right. Okay, now that big engine back there, you had 2 engines?
2 engines.
Okay. Got 'em. Okay, 2 engines. And that aft end would drop down.
It just drops down.
Right. And we could embark the troops in and out of there.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
We put jeeps on there and troops, and we sling load something we wanted to pick up.
We could sling load Hueys or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay. And that was your job, is operating that sling.
Some of it, yes.
Right. Right. Okay, thank you very much.
Alrighty.
That makes the interview much better.
There you go.
Okay, thank you for that.